Welcome to the third part of this course. We've looked at the 5 parts of a business. We've looked at the forms of value. So we're assuming that you now have a valuable offer. The next is marketing. People who do not know that you exist can't purchase what you have to offer. And people who are not interested in your offer cannot become paying customers. It's simple. No matter how valuable your product, service, offering, whatever it is you are trading is, other people need to be aware. You need to create awareness. You can't be blinking in the dark. So you need to get attention for what you do. And note, your potential customers' available attention is pretty limited. In this day of communication overload, social media, and all what you've got, people are less interested in anything. Attention span is probably at its lowest these days. So you need to ask yourself, is your offer interesting enough to gain attention? And not just that, to sustain attention. You need to think about marketing initiatives that put you in the face of customers. Earn the attention of those who are likely to be interested in your offer. So it's not just enough to gain attention. You want to gain the attention of those who you need to be customers for your business. If you are selling baby diapers to me, for example, no matter how interesting you are, I can't be your customer because I do not have a baby to nurse. So you want to be creating attention with the right set of people. You want to be interesting as much as possible to gain the right kind of attention, to sustain it, and that way you'll be able to communicate what it is of value that you're able to offer. Closely following attention is the concept of receptivity. This is a measure of how open a person is to your message. Now, think about this. However interesting your offer is, if you sell red meat and you're trying to market it to a vegetarian, they may never be open to hear whatever it is you have to say. You may still be able to sell red meat to a vegetarian if you start the conversation off by speaking to what they can connect with, things that has to do with being a vegetarian. And perhaps they could buy red meat for their family members or other colleagues or friends who can consume red meat. But the point here is, if you start off the conversation talking about red meat and you are speaking to a vegetarian, they automatically close their hearts to whatever it is you have to say. So you need to be communicating with the right audience, and you need to ensure that your message is the what, the when, and the how of your message is on point. You need to communicate the right message, the right structure. How you say it matters a lot, and when you say it. If you're planning, if you probably want to sell something to me at the early hours of the day when I'm driving to work in traffic, I probably would not be able to listen to you. If you met me at a time where I was more relaxed, I may be more receptive to listening to you. So timing is important. The structure of what you want to say is important. The framing of your message. Framing talks about highlighting information that would be more appealing to your prospects and leaving all the other details in the background. Also, people are more likely to receive personalized messages compared to spam. If you sent me an email that starts with my name, Dear Wale XXXYZ, the chances that I will be open to reading whatever it is you have said in that email are higher than if I consider that your email to be such that you've sent to a lot of people. So sometimes you want to connect more with people by sending them personalized campaigns or ads and connecting with them on a personal note as much as possible. Remarkability also key. What stands you out from the competition? Now, there's the case of the five fingers shoes. I don't know if you've seen these shoes before now, but they are designed such that the front view of the shoe has about, it looks like you have five fingers. So your toes are fixed into about five fingers. So instead of the normal convention where you have a rounded tip or a pointed tip for your shoes, the shoe ends in five fingers. Makes you look more like an amphibian or something of such. Looks like something you could swim with. Now, if you wore this shoe anywhere, people would normally notice it and would ask you questions. It is more like a mobile advertisement of itself. So, in trying to market your offer to the public or to your potential customers, you want to be remarkable. You want to infuse elements that makes people remember you for what it is you are offering. Now you can think about so many other examples of remarkable ads that you've seen that stuck with you and try to analyze them and see what stood out for you and infuse such knowledge into your business as well. The concept of probable purchaser. No matter how great your offer is, most people will not be interested, and that's a fact. Fortunately, though, you only need to get enough attention to close enough deals to keep you going. For every business venture, no matter how important, no matter how valuable, no matter how remarkable your offer is, not everybody will be interested. In short, most people will not be interested in being paying customers to your service or product. However, the good news is that you don't need to sell to everybody. You don't need to trade with everybody. You only need to get enough attention to close enough deals to keep you profitable and going in business. So focus your attention on your ideal customers. Attempting to please everybody or appeal to everyone is a waste of time, money, and efforts. Profile your customers, your ideal customers, and focus on gaining their patronage, and you'll just be fine. Very importantly, too, you need to look at the end result of your offer. Marketing is more effective when it focuses on a desired end result, which is typically a distinctive experience or emotion that is attached to a core human drive. So you need to identify the driver for your customer's preferred choice. If you sell mattresses, for example, you may think you are selling a piece of foam with a 6 by 5 feet dimension with XYZ density of foam and or whatever it is the specifications of the mattress is. However, whoever it is who would buy your mattress from you is more interested in having a good night's rest, waking up the next morning feeling refreshed and without back pains. The end result is what the customer is mostly interested in and not necessarily the specifications or features of your product. So focus your marketing initiatives on the end result of your offer and not just the specifications. So emphasize benefits over features. If you purchase XYZ mattress, you are assured to sleep fine and wake up refreshed. And not this mattress is 6 by 5, it's 12 inches tall, blah blah blah. While those details are important, while the specification of your product is important, more important to all those is the benefit that the consumer will derive from patronizing your business. And you need to find a way to communicate that effectively every now and then. I'll give some examples. People who buy off-road vehicles like the Ford Explorers and all those may not necessarily drive off-road terrains, but they will continue to buy off-road vehicles because they believe that it gives them the feeling of adventurous people, and it places them in a class that is different from every other person. You can tie this to the core human drives and status seeking. So it's not just about the product, it's also about how the offer makes your prospective customers feel. People who wear designer makeup do not just wear it because they have color, but they believe when they wear the best, they look the best. So people would buy America, for example, because they believe America is top notch. It is used by the best in class and it makes them beautiful. Not just because they want to add color to their face. A lot of people would pay thousands of dollars to attend a Ivy League school, an Ivy League school, I beg your pardon. Not just because they couldn't get the education elsewhere, but if you had Harvard on your CV or a Yale on your CV, there is the perception that you're probably smart, and that exactly is the unsaid benefit that a lot of people pay for, aside the initial offering of going to school to get an MBA or to get a PhD or an MSc or a BSc, as the case may be. So it's important to consistently communicate what exactly is the benefit that your consumers will derive from the offer. What is the end result that is connected to the drivers that informs their purchasing decisions. And finally, a very hard truth here, you do not need every customer. You need to qualify every prospect and decide on who you need to transact business with. Why? Some customers will waste your time. The effort you would put into acquiring some customers and managing them far outweighs whatever returns you may get in terms of revenue or profits or benefits. So you want to have a system in place where you can get different prospects or suspects, qualify them, then make a proposal to them and commit to them, and then only place or take others with customers who have passed your qualification process. And I'll give an example of an XYZ insurance company who clearly, delicately chooses who they sell insurance policies to. Now, what they do is they give you a set of questions to answer if you indicate interest to buy an insurance policy from them. These questions are supposed to qualify you as a customer and give them an idea of how reckless or cautious you are. So let's say for example, you want to buy a motor insurance policy. So they give you a set of questions to answer, to respond to, that gives them an idea of whether you're a reckless driver or a cautious driver. Now, if they consider you to be cautious, they want to do business with you because they believe that whatever premiums you pay, they can keep. They may not have to um, pay huge sums in claims due to eventualities that may happen in the course of the duration of the policy. If you come across as a driver who would be reckless, they would refer you to another insurance company to transact with. So they don't need your business. For them, it's about weighing the cost to the benefits of transacting business with each customer. So you don't need every customer to run your business, to succeed, or to run a profitable business. You want to profile your customers as well. The same way that consumers profile who they buy from, you also want to profile who you transact business with to ensure that you consistently remain profitable. Okay, our class exercise for this section would be to list 10 most interesting marketing ads that you have seen in recent times. State what makes them remarkable. Were there any similarities in the approach for these different 10 ads?